Avoiding pitfalls. Mastering mixed conditionals. Hello, English learners. Today we're going to talk about a tricky but important topic in English grammar: mixed conditionals. More specifically, we're going to delve into some common mistakes people often make when forming mixed conditionals, and we'll learn how to avoid them. So, let's dive right in. Before we tackle the mistakes, let's do a quick recap on what mixed conditionals are. Mixed conditionals are sentences that combine different types of conditional clauses, usually the second and third conditional. They are used to express an imaginary or hypothetical condition and its consequences. Here's an example. If I had studied harder at school, an unreal past condition, I would be a doctor now, a present unreal consequence. Now, on to the mistakes. One common mistake is mixing up the tenses. Remember, in the if clause we use a past perfect tense, and in the main clause we use a conditional perfect. For instance, it's wrong to say, if I would have studied harder at school, I would be a doctor now. Instead, we should say, if I had studied harder at school, I would be a doctor now. Another common mistake is putting the clauses in the wrong order. While the order of the clauses doesn't affect the meaning, it can make your sentence sound strange or confusing if you use the wrong conjunctions. Remember, when the if clause comes first, we use a comma. If I had worked out regularly, I wouldn't be so out of shape. But if the if clause comes second, no comma is necessary. I wouldn't be so out of shape if I had worked out regularly. The third mistake is using the wrong conditional type altogether. Mixed conditionals usually mix the second and third conditionals. But sometimes, learners use the first conditional instead, which changes the meaning of the sentence. For instance, if I won the lottery, I would have bought a car. This sentence doesn't make sense because the first conditional is used for real possibilities in the future, while the conditional perfect suggests a regret in the past. Instead, we should say, if I had won the lottery, I would have bought a car. This correctly expresses a past unreal condition and its unreal consequence. And that wraps up our discussion on common mistakes in forming mixed conditionals and how to avoid them. Remember, practice makes perfect. Keep practicing these rules, and before you know it, you'll be forming mixed conditionals like a pro. As always, happy learning and keep up the great work.